Welcome back to the Middle East. I feel like this is kind of what you live for, right? Things, some challenges that people think, well, there's no way he should be trying that. I feel like when you get a phone call that offers you that challenge, you just can't wait for it.
Oh yeah, ooh, that's very loud. Yeah, for sure. Again, it's opportunities. You know what I mean? It's opportunities to be great, right? So a lot of people, there is a lot of risk, but you know, as they say, high risk, high reward. You know, that's how I look at it. So, and that's why I've been busting my ass for the last 12 years. You know, 11 or 12 years, however long it was. You know, literally, so I can be that guy that can do things like this. And do some history-making type of stuff, and you know, really have a legacy that people will be talking about for a very long time.
There are people who are almost already trying to set the narrative that you have nothing to lose. You can come in here and be the hero. But I've heard you say multiple times that no, if I don't get this done, I lose an opportunity at this rematch, like that lightweight title. So do you feel that you're just rolling the dice here to prove that I can make these things and I can pull them off?
Yeah, for sure. This whole nothing to lose type thing is silly. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's still a lot of pressure on Islam, and I understand that. But I mean, I have to take this rematch that I want so bad. This lightweight title. You know, we talk about legacy. You know, this. If I was to lose, my legacy takes a big hit. I don't get another shot at him. I don't get another shot probably at the lightweight title. You know what I mean? Like, how much longer do I have? You know, we don't know these things. So there's definitely still a lot to lose for me. I think you know, he takes a big hit with a loss to his legacy, losing to someone who is obviously the featherweight champ, a division below, coming in on 12 days' notice. Again, there's a lot of pressure on him, but you know, no pressure on me. I'm not letting there be any pressure, but there's still a lot to lose for me. So I don't want people acting like, you know, like that there's no, me doing this is a no-brainer. I guarantee you there's not many fighters that are going to do this. And, you know, you heard Islam say, you know, no excuses and things like this. It's just one thing I want to say is, like, put it this way, 100% if the roles were reversed, this fight is not happening. I don't care what anyone says. He's not fighting on 12 days' notice. So he needs to remember that.
Tactically, you've said that you're going to come in more aggressive early on. Is that because cardio's not where it was for that February fight, or is that I found something out in that 5th round of the first fight that I can apply in the first 2 rounds of this next fight? Why tactically come out there more aggressive this time? I
just don't think I need to, you know, from the first fight, like, I showed him a lot of respect, and it's well-deserved respect. But, you know, I felt like I didn't need to show him so much respect. And, you know, it's pretty obvious. You know, I'm sure they understand that I'm going to be coming for him. So it's no hidden secret for me to be like, yeah, I ain't taking, you know, I'm going to be coming full steam ahead of him. You know what I mean? So it's going to be an exciting fight because of that. You know, a lot of people, I'm just trying to be real with every situation I'm in. You know what I mean? Like, usually I'm preparing for the worst, and I've got a lot of ways things can go. When you get 12 days notice, there's not so much variables for me, or like there's not many ways I can go. Don't get me wrong, I probably could, but I can't afford to focus on any of that. All I can focus on is what I plan on doing and what I want to do. And the fact that I've had 12 days notice, I think, is what's going to make me so dangerous. Because what I learned from that first fight, and me saying, you know, I showed him too much respect, me taking this on 12 days notice, I can't afford to show him respect. So it's sort of playing into my hand anyway. I'm going to be fresh, excited, coming off a short camp, no nigglies, no injuries, and then I'm coming full steam ahead.
You took it on 12 days. What amount of days would have it been to make you say no?
Say it again?
So you said yes on 12 days. Would you have said yes on 10 days? Would you have said yes on 7 days? How close to the fight before you saying, well, okay, come on?
I mean, it just depends on the weight, really. That's 12 days where my weight was. Luckily, the day before I got the phone call, my weight was pretty heavy. You can go on my YouTube channel and you can see what my weight was. I think it's out there anyway. But if you want more of the details, it's in that video. But yeah, you could see, and then I was already like, oh wow, this is way too heavy. So I had a 1 day head start before I had the call, because I didn't like that weight. So I lost like a couple of kilos even before I got that phone call. But you know, if I was to do that on 6 days notice or whatever it is, if I could make weight, I'll do it. But yeah, you got to see if you can make the weight though, right? Last thing I want to do is come here and not make weight, but yeah.
Yeah, speaking of make weight, I think you may have made weight for every featherweight and lightweight
Okay,
title.
so yes, I did want to touch on this. So a lot of people want to talk about, can I keep 2 divisions busy? So let's talk about this for a second. I've come here to fight. I've stepped up for every light and featherweight fight for the last year, over a year. I've been here ready to fight. Not only I did fight in most of them, and I will fight in most of them because I missed out on one, but I still turned up there to make weight. So there you go. I've been for the last, 5 or 6, I think it's 6, last 6 light featherweight fights. I've been there to fight every single one. Try and tell me that I can't keep 2 divisions busy.
So we'll see you in January.
See me in January.
Alex, if it wasn't Islam that you were stepping on short notice, would you have taken the fight? Like if they had come to you and say like both lightweights can't make it, can you fight Ilya on 12 days notice? Would you have taken that? Or is it the fact that it's a guy you fought before and it's Islam?
For lightweight?
For just featherweight or lightweight or anything?
Well, I ain't making featherweight on 12 days notice. So I think there's a lot of things, I want to be that guy, but I mean, there's history here. This fight, like, what if, say if I didn't take this opportunity, he fights Charles and wants to move up and goes there, and then I don't ever get a chance to have that rematch. That was playing on my mind too. That was a big reason why I needed to do this as well. This is an opportunity where I can get that rematch and do something great. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm looking at this. If this was just any other fight, probably not. You know what I mean? Wouldn't interest me. This interests me. There's history. There's this rivalry. There's a lot of talk already from the first fight. Like this fight needs to happen, and we're doing it on 12 days notice.
So like kind of going off that, if it was Islam that got the cut and they say, can you fight Charles on 12 days notice, would this not have been the same considering you've made it known that beating Islam is more important really than the lightweight belt?
The lightweight title is still a thing that I want though. And then I demand the rematch anyway. So I get that rematch. So that works out. So I'm thinking of it all. I mean, if I was to fight Charles instead of Islam this weekend, I take that belt. When Islam's back, I get my rematch. So either way, fighting for that lightweight title, yeah, probably because the fact was lightweight title, I can make weight, and part of my legacy, I want that second belt. I want that rematch. That still promises me the rematch. So yeah, that'll be a clear, easy decision for me to do as well.
And how is the hands? Because the last time we spoke to you in Sydney,
it was the elbow. That was the elbow. So I broke the hand. That was last year, but the elbow was after the last one. But yeah, it's fine.
Alex, just curious, one of the narratives coming out of the last fight and what his team has been saying this week is that you were actually heavier on fight night than he was. Do you know if that's accurate?
Nah, they're just, I don't know what they're talking about. I mean, it's funny how they'll sit there and how can you say a lot of that stuff? They're literally, the biggest excuse that I heard was the fact that they didn't have 10 extra hours. You know what I mean? It's like how are we using that as an excuse? You're saying you're that big that you can't rehydrate in 30 hours or 30-something hours. You need 40 or whatever it's going to be. It's not a real good excuse to be quite honest. And me saying that I was heavy, no, I went in there, I think I wanted to be in there about 76, 77. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's, I'm pretty sure what I went, that's kilograms. So yeah, that's about close to 170. But yeah, I mean, you can say what you want. There's putting on actual weight. Like I put on 10 kilos in featherweight or whatever it is, 8 kilos, whatever it is in featherweight. But that's filling out my muscle. And then there's filling out fat and stuff at lightweight. That's, obviously is a big difference. They can use that, but I mean, that's just, that's pretty much, that is false. And that's, besides the whole point.
Yeah, and one of the things Michael Bisping famously said when he pulled off that very short notice upset of Luke Rockhold, which was also a rematch, was that the fact that it was so short, it didn't allow him to overthink the fight, and it didn't allow him to overtrain because he goes so hard. Are you feeling some of that coming in?
100%. It's short notice. I can't. I should have done this. You know what I mean? I can't do any of that. So I'm good at obviously I'll always prepare how I should. but I can accept situations and adjust and move on. All right, I can't get this 12-week camp, but what I can do is take advantage of me being fresh, take advantage of this mindset of me being, not fresh, obviously physically and mentally, right? I don't have this whole like pressure of camp and killing myself for the last 8 to 12 weeks, and I get to go in there and be excited and be dangerous. You know what I mean? Like so, and I know I need to focus on them. I can't focus on all the other stuff. There's pros and cons. I can't afford to focus on the cons. That's done. Accepted. Move on. What I can do. There's still a lot of pros there, and I'm gonna take full advantage of it.
And you told Fari last night that a fight with Justin Gaethje sounds nice after this, maybe a trilogy. There's been some kind of rumors out there that the UFC is maybe waiting on the result of this fight, and say you can't go in January or you plan on something else, that maybe they would do like an interim title with Ilya and Max. What would you make if that was kind of the direction that went?
Look, man, I need to have that's why I wanted to make a point of this whole, I can keep 2 divisions busy. That was a goal of mine. I've been saying it for a while. I want to do that. I understand what they want to do. They're like, come on, like we don't want to hold 2 divisions. I think I'm proving that I wouldn't. But yeah, obviously I want to do January. I want to go out here, I want to be double champ, and I want to keep 2 divisions busy. I don't know when Gaethje is looking to get back in there. But yeah, obviously there's a lot of exciting fights at lightweight. We'll see what happens. But I mean, I do, want to keep 2 divisions busy. That is something that I want to do. I don't think we've had many people do that. That's obviously a difficult thing to do, but I think that can add a lot to my legacy as well. So that's something I definitely want to do.
What is the secret to this activity, to keeping healthy, to keeping mentally fresh? How are you doing this?
I mean, I'm just a professional. I have been for the last 12 years, and I've got full confidence, and I'm comfortable with who I am and what I've done for them years to understand that, I'm going to prepare anyway, and then I'm going to be, a lot of people are like, I need a break, and like they're worried about if things go wrong, which is fair. But I mean, I've got I got that motivation probably from Izzy, how active he was, and what he was doing for so many years. That was inspiration for me to be like, I want that. I thought that was incredible, and that's why you're seeing me, sort of take that as well. And then now I'm just trying to add on. Like, I feel like I thrive off it. I thrive from being active and doing things that not everyone will do. And then even situations like this, I feel like you just keep adding on to that legacy and who you are, and my mindset, mentality. It just shows you what I'm all about, and I'm comfortable and happy with that, and ready for all challenges that come my way.
Yeah, and you mentioned,
and I literally thrive off it. You literally couldn't keep the smile on my face. The day after, as soon as I got that call, all week, I was so excited. Everyone in the gym, everyone was excited. I don't know. So it's like everyone just knows, all right, obviously everyone knows that Islam's no easy fight, but they just know if anyone can do it, it's me, and everyone's excited, and everyone was just pumped up and ready for it. So it's been nothing but positive vibes from myself and my team, and can't wait to go out there and make history.
Yeah, and you mentioned kind of the comparison to Izzy. You see him now, though, and he's saying he needs a long break. Yep. Is it maybe unfair to compare it in that sense, considering he had like 100 kickboxing fights?
And he was, what did I say, 11 title fights since 2019? That's nuts. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So, obviously, it obviously didn't go his way last fight, and then he just needs some time. You know what I mean? So. But and that's fair, you know what I mean. There's going to be times that's going to happen. He's done already incredible things anyway. If he was to retire, he's retiring as one of the greats anyway. So I've got nothing but love for Izzy, and whatever he chooses to do, I'll support it.
Yeah, and just last thing for me, are you aware of the rumor of the EA Sports UFC cover curse? And what do you make of this whole thing?
I love debunking all that shit, to be honest. Wasn't there the 35-year-old thing as well? I love it. They get, I remember even they said it for my Aldo fight about the haircut on Embedded or something like that. And so I debunked that ages ago. I think I've debunked a few things and ready to debunk a few more. I hope people keep pushing that, you know what I mean? He broke the UFC cover curse. Oh, it's like, man.
Alex,
That means a big deal, but I mean, people want to act like it. I swear, well, let's add that to their legacy. I'll beat the UFC cover curse.
Well, John Bernard from KO Sports. You've spoken all week about how important this fight is to your legacy. If you do go on and win this rematch, do you think this solidifies you as not only the best UFC fighter Australian, but one of the best Australian athletes across all codes?
That's not up to me. You know what I mean? I'm obviously in a massive sport and doing some great things, and I plan on doing more great things and breaking records, and solidify myself as a great, as a legend of the sport, and I guess the rest is just up to everyone else. You know what I mean? Like, so it's I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing.
Now, you said you want to debunk the UFC curse. If Drizzy Drake, the rap artist, wants to place a bet on you, you're looking to debunk.
I debunked that last fight.
Yeah, there you go.
He bet on me against Jair Rodriguez.
There you go.
Yeah, so another one I debunked. I love it.
Ticking it off the list. And what?
Mate, I'm gonna end up focusing on all these. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like all of it. I'm gonna channel all my energy. Is like going, oh yeah, they're saying they've never done this. All right, fuck it, fuck the belts. I'm going to this one to break this, debunk this one. Yeah, no one's been a no one's done all three. But I mean, fucking hell, that's gonna keep me real busy, isn't it?
Last one. There also has been talk of Islam and his current state at the moment. He looks fairly depleted, even just walking through and doing all his media duties. Have you had any interaction with him in the lead up to the fight? And did you have any opinion on his state at the moment?
No, I think I seen him a little bit yesterday. He didn't look too happy, but that's expected. I'm usually, even when I'm doing the decent weight cuts, I'm usually pretty, upbeat and pretty happy going through the process. But some people just hate it and just want to get it over and done with. But I don't take any of that in. Like, I'm sure he's like that every fight week. You can't sit there and be like, oh, weakness. You know what I mean? But I plan on that pressure I'm going to bring and everything. Like I said, this big weight cut that they do, he's got a lot of time to rehydrate. But again, he remembers what happened last time. So actually, one thing I did, because yesterday, I don't know if he was trying to mean mug me, like he was looking and like sort of trying to give me evils or something like that. I don't know what he was trying to do, but which is going to be pretty hard, because I mean, let's remember how we left that fight. I was like, going, mate, you're not going to intimidate me. It's like I had you like trying to do whatever you can to say, for the to save your life. You know what I mean? I remember punching your head through the canvas. So to intimidate me is going to be pretty difficult. So I don't know what he was doing that. Maybe he was just sussing me out. I don't know, but. Maybe just didn't realise I was there. I don't know. But I wasn't intimidated.
Thank you, Bob. Do us Aussie proud.
Yeah.
Alex back here.
Hey.
G'day. Welcome to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, thank you.
A lot has been made about this being a short notice fight. Now, the question for you is, Charles Oliveira was quite vocal about not wanting to come here and not wanting to fight in Abu Dhabi for whatever reason. Was there any part of you deep down inside that kind of knew that this might be coming?
I mean, I'd love to tell you that I did do that, because that's probably something I would usually do, I guess. But I mean, I was doing whatever I can to try and fight later in this year. And so I literally thought I was fighting in January. So luckily, I'll do my head in if I don't train. So I'm always training. But I'll be honest, I didn't expect to get the phone call. But that doesn't. I'm glad I didn't expect it, because I think that still puts pressure. I still think that's, like I said, I'm coming in fresh mentally and physically, because I didn't even think of this. You know what I mean? So I think that's an advantage for me. So I'm sort of glad if it's going to come on 12 days' notice. I'm glad I wasn't constantly thinking about it, because I wouldn't be able to fully commit anyway. So the way it's planned out adds to the story and makes me more dangerous. So I'm sort of glad that I didn't expect this fight to come up.
Well, we're very happy to have you here at Abu Dhabi. One more question, Volk. Coach Craig Jones in the lead up to this said, Sambo isn't a real sport. How do you feel about that?
Craig says a lot of things, man. Look, that's just Craig. I don't know. I'm sure people understand how Craig is. If they get offended, they definitely don't know what he's all about. But watch videos, and then you will understand Craig Jones.
Thanks for your time and good luck, champ.
No worries. Cheers.
Alex, question at the back over here.
Yep.
You bring a lot of heart and passion into your fights, and that's of course your legacy as well. But you spend quite some time away from home in New South Wales. So how's the support and the passion from your team as well. Can you talk us through that and the legacy as well that's involved with
Time away from home.
it? Yeah. Your
No.
fights and the
Oh,
support.
because I'm fighting regularly, you mean?
No, the support that you get from your team.
Okay, yep. Yeah. No, well, the support's incredible. Yeah, obviously yeah, I didn't know the question. Like, sorry, you're saying I'm away from home a lot? Is that what?
Yeah, whilst you're away.
Okay,
when
yes.
You spend time away because Australia is quite a far distance. So when you're out and about for your fights, the support.
Okay, yes, okay, yep. Yeah. So yeah, obviously, man, the support's been incredible forever. You know what I mean? In Australia, especially down in the Gong, everyone's always been great. But I mean, this whole situation on 12 days' notice shows you the team and the support I have. I've been pretty vocal about it, like how everyone literally just changed all their plans, literally hours after I got the phone call, to be there to help me in camp, or to be overseas, get me ready in the few days that we had, and not only that, to be over here at Abu Dhabi, spending a whole 10 days or whatever it's going to end up being away from their family. Just to to help me out. When you got physios, strength and conditioning coaches, you got dietitians, and then obviously your training partners and coaches, and everyone literally just dropped what they were doing. And not only did they do that, have been nothing but positive, and it's been a joy. It really has. And I think I'm glad they were like that. There's no stress in the camp, which is going to make this more exciting and make me more dangerous. So I've got a great team around me. Very thankful.
A couple of the Australian athletes across different sport, whether it's Nick Kyrgios in tennis or a couple of the cricketers that come out here, they talk about the distance, being away from home, and how that mentally sort of affects them, maybe not being able to see the family or whatever.
Okay,
Is that something that you feel as well?
No, not really. Like I've got a job to do. This is a part of the process. Like I said earlier, no matter what situation I'm accepting, I'm going to make it work. I try not to. I hate being away from my family, but if I have to for a fight, that's it. It's done. I have to accept it, move on, and focus what's at hand. I'm able to do that. You know what I mean? Even when it comes to injuries and things like that, sometimes you get an injury and you start stressing. Oh no! Like what if something's bad? And then you hear it is broken. Yeah, you have broke your big toe. It's like, all right, accept it. Boom, move on. But now I've got a clear path. I was stressing more before I knew it was broken. Then I find out, the worst possible news, and now it's so much easier for me to accept and be like, okay, no more pressure, that's happened, all right, now we've got to do this. I can accept these things and move forward. I think that's just a part of my mentality, my mindset, and that really helps me be able to do what I do, especially in this crazy roller coaster of a sport, and MMA and UFC, and my crazy, wild career as well, and doing crazy shit like this, lucky I have that type of mindset.
And just a final question from me for the fans that are coming to Etihad Arena to see your fight. This passion that you bring, this energy, do you sort of credit that to your upbringing as well and the struggles when you went through in your childhood? Is that something you credit as well?
I mean, there's a experience through everything, man. Like experiences through everything in life, right? Like get you ready. Like I wouldn't be the man I am without this career, without without how I was brought up, and all them life experiences made me who I am. So and I'm very proud of that, and I wouldn't change a thing. You know what I mean? That's one thing that a lot of people do ask me is what's one of your greatest accomplishments? And I'm have my fair share of accomplishments, but one of my greatest accomplishments is the fact that I was able to be myself through the whole process. And I'm very, very proud of that. Very proud of my experience, my upbringing, how I was raised, and I hope I set a good example for a lot of people out there.
Alex, hello. Have you contacted Charles Oliveira after he out from fight?
Sorry, what was that? Sorry.
Have you contacted with Charles Oliveira?
Have I contacted Charles? Well, no. You're probably right. I should probably, No. Just obviously I'm sure he wanted to still be here, and then they made a decision. So you got to feel bad for the guy. Obviously selfishly, I'm like, I wouldn't say I'm glad it happened, but selfishly, I'm in this position that I'm thankful for. But I guess I didn't message him. But Charles, if you're watching, obviously sorry, and hopefully you get a shot again. I don't know what to say there. I feel bad for the guy, you know what I mean? Like, you're making me feel bad, you know.
Okay. And how many fans from Russian contacted you on social media and they support you or hate speech?
Yeah, I've got my fair share of support from a lot of people around the world, actually, to be honest. So, which is pretty cool. But so the support's been incredible, even in Russia. You know, I'm a pretty chill dude. So, you know, I don't think too many people hate me. I know they used to, but I think they're starting to grow on me. Obviously, you're going to get a lot of people supporting, you know, Islam and their team and that, which is fine. That's expected. I'm probably going to get booed when I walk out to the octagon, but I'm prepared. I'm ready for that. All good. We'll see what happens. But I mean, the support's been incredible.
Thanks.
Volk, over here. With Khabib's advices this time around during this fight, do you expect Islam be more dangerous and smart?
I mean, I don't want to, like, you know what I mean, like, yeah, I don't want this to be disrespectful, but I mean, yeah, that's, you know, you go there, you prepare, you do what you need to do, and you turn up. Like, you know, I mean, someone just being in the corner, you know, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of things when things don't go your way. You start looking for things, or what went wrong and all that. And, you know, I didn't have the extra 10 hours, or you know, my Khabib was in my corner, and you know, if them things are gonna worry you so much, I'm going to take advantage of that Saturday night. If he really thinks like that, he's in for a rough night, because I'm going to give him a lot more other problems to deal with. If he can't deal with things like that, when he's locked in a cage with me and he's thinking about all these little things around him, he's going to be in for a rude shock, especially when I come guns blazing at him. So I think he needs to just accept that I am that tough fight. It wasn't any of these other things, except we prepared well, and we know what you do well, and we know how to counter those things. So expect a hard fight, turn up, because even though I had 12 days, I'm still going to turn up. I'm going to bring a fight. So, yeah, again, he did tweet saying that don't have excuses, where I felt like he had more excuses when he got his hand raised, I think. But, yeah, look, he's a great fighter. He doesn't need to rely on all these other things. They do a good thing. That's why having guys like Khabib around him and Javier Mendez and the team they have, they prepare him very well, and that's why Islam's going to be dangerous. Yeah, having Khabib there, like through camp and all that, the preparation they gave Islam is why he'll be dangerous. But if if Khabib wasn't in the corner, I don't think that changes much, to be quite honest.
Because we all remember Dan Hooker fight and Khabib's advice. That's why I asked.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, no, that's okay. It's all good. No, I understand, like, you know, a lot of people, but I mean, we are fighters, you know, having a good team around you is great, but, you know, that's why preparation's very good. You would do want guys in your corner, obviously, to help you make some right decisions, but I mean, he had a lot of other problems in there rather than just, oh, he could have done this instead of that. You know, like, you know, I think it would be more than just that little bit of advice, because, again, we prepared very well. We've got a good team around us, and they prepare us. So it's a preparation that our coaches and teammates and that do that really get us ready for these fights. And all year round, like, again, having the right training partners, the right coaches bringing you up the way that they want you to, you know, like, that's what you carry in there. Like, at the end of the day, the corner is going to help. But I mean, if I haven't been the guy I have for the last 12 years, you can have the best corner. You know, there's a good chance things are going to go wrong, you know what I mean? Like, if you aren't properly prepared. But luckily, I have the right team around me and the right coaches that have been keeping me prepared and on sharp and, you know, understanding the game for the last 12 years. So that's what I'm thankful for.
Thank you.
Yeah, cheers. Lightweight belt here. Good? Thank you. Oh, yeah?